Hi guys, hope everyone's doing okay. Excuse the mess in the background. Got the ladders up there, going up to the loft, doing a few bits and pieces up in loft, going through some of my items and selling a few little bits off and things like that. Working out where I've got duplicates, that kind of stuff. I'm also hopefully within a couple of months going to redo this room and kind of make it more like a proper room in terms of it'll have a, at the moment I'm in the garage, so it'll have a like a proper ceiling to it, lights and everything else at the moment, whereas at the moment I'm just in my garage with a few displays and things. Anyway, I thought I'd do the video a little bit different this time in terms of just give a bit of an intro, talking face to face. You see I've got a bit of a lockdown haircut going on. What I thought I'd do is I was going to do a bit of a restoration video on some of these Action Masters. As you can see over time, it's a bit like the G.I. Joes. And this is a similar fix, to be honest with you. Their legs go wibbly wobbly. And I wasn't sure how you could fix them if you could. But in this video, we'll go through it and show you how to do that. So I've done a couple already, which were kind of spares. These two were spares, which I had arrive. Basically, this one came with the cat, which I didn't have. So I've now got this guy's spare, and this guy was spare as well because he's got, I don't know if you see that, he's got a load of pen and stuff on the side of him. So, but they both had loose legs. So this one's really loose, and you see now the legs, you know, they're absolutely fine. There's no, you shake them, there isn't really any wobble, unlike this guy who's just all over the shop. And so I've got that on a few of the kind of more prominent characters. I managed to get hold of Wheeljack the other day, and I've just done him as well. So his legs are actually fine. His arms are a little bit loose, but apart from that, he's fine. So the main ones I probably want to do Optimus Prime, because his is completely gone. Prowl. I think this guy, what's his name? Bombshell, his legs are gone as well. So him, and probably Gut Crunch, I think his have gone as well. So we'll try those, and then I might do some others another time. But for the sake of the video, I'll just go through and do a couple. Anyway, I'll cut to the video and show you how it's done. Right, here we are. Our first patient is Prowl here. You can see, as I mentioned, his legs have completely gone wobbly. I mean, there's probably some other bits of restoration I could do on him. I'm tempted just to take off the sticker completely and put a new sticker on him, which I'll probably do at some point. I think I've got a couple of others like that, which probably need doing. But I'll show you how to do it. Basically, I took one apart and noticed that they've got O-rings on them, very similar to the G.I. Joe figures. So I'm sure I bought a load a while back when I was restoring some G.I. Joes, but I bought some from off eBay, and it's like £4 or something for a pack. It's a ridiculously good price. In with it as well, which is really useful. I mean, this states it's for G.I. Joes, but it's got all the screws in there as well, and a little screwdriver as well. So it's really handy. So if you wanted to, or if you've got some where the screws have gone, or if they've gone like a bit rusty or anything else like that, or you end up messing up the screw, you could use one of these to put it back in, which is ideal. I'll try and use the original screws that we've got in here. So I'll just bring out, I've got a screwdriver set to the side here. So I'll just bring this out. These are some of the ones that I replaced. So you can see this one completely gone. This one here was on its way out, and it's become very kind of loose. And this one again, you compare that to the new one here, you know, this one's much better shape. So take out of the little screwdriver. I think I've got the right size there. It's that one, might be the in-between one. So, and the only screw that you want to undo, well, these ones are a little bit rusty, so I could actually replace those screws, but I'll leave that to another time. You've just got one on the back here, which basically holds everything together. So just want to get that in there, just unscrew that. Hopefully you got one with the little magnet things on the end, which did handy. Just pop that off to the side here. You probably want another little screwdriver, just one with a flat head on it, just to try and open them up a little bit. You want to be quite careful with it. Obviously you don't want to break the figure, but it's a case of just kind of shimmying it open slightly. This one's actually come apart quite easily, which with some of the other ones isn't the case. So as you open it up, the arms still should be attached, and their heads kind of will be loose, but you see this one's got a point down at the bottom where it's connected, whereas some of the others are connected at the top. So you just want to kind of wiggle it out lightly, like that. You can see, unfortunately, that one's kind of snapped off in there, but I think it will still hold together because we've got the screw in here. You see this one's completely snapped off here. And they've got them in various different places, so some of them are a little bit higher and some a bit lower. And I think possibly the reason why this one's snapped is it's a bit higher up here. So that one's snapped off. And if you want to give it a bit of a clean as well, you can take off the head, clean around the sides and everything else like that, clean it up. The arms also do pop off, but you don't have to take them off in order to do this. So it is quite useful. I've got now kind of a couple of spare Action Masters, so I did figure I could actually kind of make a custom figure and swap some pieces around on them. So that's something I may do at a later date. So once you've got all of this done, get hold of your legs here, and it's got a little hook on it. And all you do is just hook that around like that. And then you're gonna, well, we can concentrate on that in a bit, but just hook it around here like that. And then bring it down like that. And that will keep the legs nice and stiff in there. Pop his head in like so. And then close this bit up like that. Like so. You can tell straight away his legs are a million times better, aren't they? And then all you have to do then is get the screw, pop that in. And now he stands up perfectly well on his own. His legs are no longer a floppy mess. So I think that is operation successful there. I think that's good. I think the next thing will be to try and replace some of these screws in here and replace them with some nice new ones. Perhaps take off that badge and put a new one on there perhaps. I think that'd be a good shout. So that is Prowl restored. Now let's go on to Optimus Prime, just to show you that it's no fluke. And with this one we can do a bit of a before and after look. But here he is. I mean, he's completely gone. I mean, his legs have fallen away here, and you can't. I mean, you can stand him up if you get lucky, but you know, it's just, look at it. It's all over the place. So obviously I'm a bit more wary about doing this one because the only place you can get this one is actually from the kind of base set that he comes with. Quite often, even when you see the vehicles for sale, like the lorry that he comes with, sometimes you don't see Optimus Prime with it all the time. So I actually did it with the wrong one there, but it's still done the job. So there you are, the screw's in decent condition, so that's good. And you can see there's quite a big gap in there already. So if we just kind of reach in there and just see if we can just kind of slightly just shimmy it open a little bit. Just be quite gentle with it, and you can see this one's already starting to open up. And what I found with the other ones, Prowl's a bit unique, but a lot of them were kind of pegged at the top here. In this case of just opening it up. There you go. See, again, this one's got the peg in a slightly different place. So that's come out, and that again is completely snapped. So all I want to do is just grab another one of these O-rings here from the side and get hold of his legs here. Excuse the motorbikes in the background there, if you can hear that. Out of that. I tell you what, they are easier to do than the G.I. Joe figures. If anyone's ever done those, they are tricky because you have to kind of get the arms and everything lined up as well. There's a lot more parts to kind of hold together while you're doing this. It's a similar thing. There we go. Then just pop that bit back into place, close that up, and just before we do it, that legs 100% better. That's so good, and I'm so pleased about this. It's just one of those things. I mean, it's obvious when you think about it, but I just never realised that they had O-rings in them. And I'd known about the sort of G.I. Joe fixed figures before, and there's a similar He-Man one where you've got the cords that go in, but I never realised that you could do that with these guys. I just thought it was kind of, I didn't realise it's attached to anything. I just thought it was like attached to like a bit of plastic in there or something like that, but that it's part of an O-ring there. It's just, he stands great now, absolutely great, and the legs are so much better. And like now I'm not worried about just knocked his leg off. I'm not worried about kind of putting him in a certain position in his kind of vehicle or anything else like that, because I know that, you know, worst case scenario, I can mess about with his legs and open him up and get that back on again. Okay, so yeah, they can still come apart from the ball peg. They can still do that, but in terms of how solid they are there, absolutely fine. We'll do one last one, and we'll do a Decepticon one, and this one's Bombshell. And again, his have definitely gone. There's just nothing there at all. I'll leave Gut Cruncher. I can do that another time, but just to show you this guy. So let's, and again, I'm a bit nervous about doing this one because this one's quite a hard figure to get hold of. I think this one's a European exclusive, so a bit nervous about doing this guy. And you see with this one, there isn't really a lot of space to try and get anything in there. So you do just have to try and get your nails in there or something like that. Just trying to use the actual legs to try and prise it open a little bit, and then just try and get space in there. Once you've kind of got something in there, you can then start to open it up. And this is one of the ones, I think, on this one, I think it's fixed at the top here a little bit. It's starting to come off now. But it just requires just a bit of patience and just to do it ever so gently. And even with the other one, you saw that I broke a piece off. It didn't matter so much. And you can see this one here again. It is actually still intact, but just look at that. I mean, it's near enough worn away, and it's like clung onto this bit and almost stuck on here. So there you go. Take that bit off. chuck that off to one side. And again, if you ever want to clean these up, that's the time to do it. As mentioned, you don't have to take the arms or the legs off. Sometimes the head will stay in position as well, which is great. And all you do, take one of these. I'm just grabbing one of these off to the side and pop that in there like so. It's such a simple and quick fix. I don't know how many of you are fans of Action Masters out there, but if it just means you know, 1 or 2 people find out about this and repair their figures, it's surely only a good thing. Also as well, like if you're at a convention or something like that and you see one that's got really loose limbs and stuff like that, don't let it put you off. If that's the only thing that's bad about the figure, go for it. His legs are still a little bit loose, aren't they? Oh, perhaps I haven't. His legs are still loose. I wonder if I've got it around there properly or not. This might be one that I haven't done properly. I hope I have after all that. All the others have been a success. It'd be a shame for this guy if I'm not able to fix him. Let's open him up down the side here. Oh, he's still over that bit. Maybe I have to put it over this bit at the top here. Let's make it a little bit tighter, shall we? Let's do that. Not sure if it's splitting over this bit or this bit, but certainly doing it over this bit is going to make it a little bit tighter. So let's give that a go and see how that holds up. And that's certainly giving his legs a bit more standing power there. So I think that's done the job. So there you are. Even on that one, we thought he was done and dusted, and now he's got a lease of life again. That's great. Really big fan of that. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Just wanted to show you that, hopefully, and hopefully that's been a good use to people. You know, I can put links and stuff down below for where you can get the earrings and that, but in all honesty, just pop it in. Search for it on eBay is probably the best thing to do. Seems to be loads of them about. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay safe.